Please subscribe to Bear Nerd Fun. Smash the like button. Goodbye.
Hail to all. We do not need. Hail to all. Now come on, Hollywood. Stop smelling your own farts. You might get mistaken for arse sniffers. Remember, when you go woke, you go broke. Hail to Fandom Menace. Hail to the Fandom Menace. Bear Nerd Fun. Star Wars George Lucas sequel trilogy would be as controversial as Disney's. Well, we'll just have to see about that now, won't we? Disney's Star Wars sequel trilogy has been with its fair share of controversy. It's certainly possible that George Lucas' plan for a new trilogy wouldn't have been any less controversial. Though Lucas hasn't been at the helm for years, he's the architect of the Star Wars universe, a multi-billion-dollar franchise that has spawned a long list of films, video games, cartoons, toys, and most recently live-action TV shows like The Mandalorian. Well, Disney, all those things you have single-handedly made almost worthless. My 13-year-old stepson says not a single of one of his peers is talking about Star Wars. You know what they're talking about? They're talking about Fortnite. They're talking about Minecraft and building worlds there. They're talking about those kind of things. Yeah. So yeah, you took a multi-billion-dollar franchise and cut its legs off. It don't walk no more. You took a dog that knew how to walk, maybe it knew how to talk, and you cut its legs off. And says, hey, look at our improvements. We've improved it. Not really. Disney famously acquired the rights to Star Wars when it purchased Lucasfilm in 2012. Yeah, there's that little, what do you call it, OG character, 25%. Yeah, it's rumored. It's been said to be rumored. And basically, if it wasn't true at all, maybe we would have seen more of the OG characters, more OG Star Wars characters. Had an actual good Grand Master Luke Skywalker in the movies like we were supposed to have. These ideas that they pilfered from, what is it? The EU, Expanded Universe. Yeah, now relegated to Legends. Yeah, a lot of us feel that that's the real Star Wars, and Disney just pilfered ideas from there. Ever since Disney has been in control of one of the biggest movie franchises in history. Prior to Disney's takeover, yeah, it was worth a little bit more, I'd say, and fans were interested. Now that Disney has basically taken a shat all over the fans and called them names and stuff like that, it makes it hard to want to endorse a product when the company that you're going to buy from calls you names and accuses you for the reason of it failing. I mean, come on, man. You failed completely. It's not even trending. No one really cares other than what we're doing now. Ever since Disney has been in control of one of the biggest movie franchises in history, prior to Disney's takeover, the Star Wars universe was a very different place. The Star Wars prequel trilogy was still fresh on everyone's minds. Clone Wars was currently on the air, and the franchise was also continuing in the form of books that took place in Star Wars Expanded Universe. The movies were over But the EU was able to dig a bit deeper into the universe by introducing new planets and characters while simultaneously revisiting old ones. For the most part, the EU wasn't wide-reaching and was rather niche, as opposed to the films which have always been highly publicized and major topics of discussion. Things changed dramatically when Disney took the reins. Yeah, completely ruined everything. Back to the article. And released the 7th movie in a series, Star Wars: The Force Awakens. Now, the universe is back to being massive, but despite the amount of success experienced by 3 of Disney's 4 Star Wars movies, success? So you call failure success. So we now have a new example of what success is. Failure is now the new success. Okay. Got it. Wrote that down. Okay. Now, despite the amount of success experienced by 3 of the Disney 4 Star Wars movies, 3, yeah. They must be talking about Solo because it didn't do well. Decisions haven't been overwhelmingly positive by any means. That being said, controversy would still be an issue if the creator of Star Wars was still calling the shots. I don't think so. I don't think so. Disney Star Wars has changed opinions on George Lucas. Fans sourced on what Lucas was doing with Star Wars in the early 2000s. A great number of fans highly disapproved of the prequels, and it all began with Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. The movie gave the franchise its most hated character with Jar Jar Binks. Also, expectations were high since there hadn't been a Star Wars movie in 16 years. For this reason, a lot of fans saw the prequels as letdowns that couldn't match the originals in terms of characters and storytelling. After the prequel, audiences were leery about the notion of Star Wars films. Feelings toward George Lucas and how he handled Star Wars movies have changed in recent years. The Force Awakens and Star Wars: The Last Jedi have brought in billions of dollars worldwide, but they brought in controversy as well. Well, yeah, basically turning Luke Skywalker into the metaphor for absentee father, because a Jedi Master, what is he? A father figure in some ways, because he's a Jedi Master. He's training Padawans, training pupils. So he is a metaphor for what a father is to the Padawans, and being a father archetype. So that's man bad right there that they used in that movie. So yeah, it was controversial as well. Now back to the article. The original trio, Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, and Han Solo, didn't get the spotlight in the new films that fans were expecting, and the screen time they shared, or lack thereof, was considered a disappointment. Luke Skywalker's arc in The Last Jedi was controversial. The word they are looking for is controversial, not controversy. That's not a proper sentence. All on its own. Yes. Yeah. Sure. The fan base has expressed dissatisfaction with the current direction of the franchise and its disregard of Lucas's vision, and has brought about a new appreciation for the prequels and a change in opinion of Lucas himself. Regardless of how the prequels were received by fans, many people, though not all, have agreed on the fact that Lucas at least tried to do something different. He experimented with the story, expanded upon the franchise in numerous ways, not simply retreading past successes. Alright. Hail to the Fandom Menace.
Now come on, Hollywood. Stop smelling your own farts. You might get mistaken for arse sniffers. Remember, when you go woke, you go broke.
Please subscribe to Bear Nerd Fun. Smash the like button. Goodbye.
Say hello. Hello. Say hello. Say nerd fun. Nerd fun. Nerd fun. Say goodbye. Goodbye. Hail.